Right, before we start anything, change from 8K to 5.7K for low light. Right, so today what we're going to be talking about are my secret settings for low light shots with the Insta360 X4. Now, there are a few simple settings that you have to change in the settings. So basically, bitrate should be high, H 2.65, and a low or a medium setting. Now, it's windy here, it's horrible, and it is nighttime, as you can see. There are a couple of other settings that I would recommend that you do, and I set these to a customized profile, so I don't have to go and do them every single time. To do that, it's really easy. Use the Q button on the side, click it a couple of times, and you basically set a customized profile, so anytime you want to get to it, you go to it, and it's really, really quick and easy to do. Now, the settings that you want to set are basically an ISO of a max of between 800 and 1250. I use about 1250, even though that it does get a little bit noisy at times. It just means that you can see a lot more when it's pitch black like it is here. The other setting is 1/100 when it comes to shutter speed, and that is because if you don't, what's going to happen is that the electronic image shutter stabilization, the electronic image stabilization is basically going to fall apart. So 1/100 is the best setting you can possibly have. It should then at night not have any crazy, lights and flickering and stuff going on like that. The other thing that, it is windy, so sorry about the audio. Another thing that you want to do is set white balance. It is raining, so I don't know what this is going to look like, but set the white balance to 3200 in low light, and everything should basically look more or less like it does in low light, which is great. And it won't be too blue, won't be too orange. So anything that is around 3200 on the ISO should keep things more or less natural. Now, as you can see, I'm pretty dark here because it isn't on auto ISO. Now, you can set it on auto ISO if you want. I'll just make sure that everything back there won't be pitch black like I can see it on the previous screen, but it'll be much more lit up, right? And that's fine, but you're going to have a lot more noise. If you do restrict it, you'll have something like you can see now, which is a little bit more realistic. Now I'm just going to clean the lens just in case it is covered in dots. There we go. And apart from that, we have the ISO, set it to 1250, the shutter 1/100, white balance we're going to keep at about 3200, and that's it really. It's that simple. That is my secret sauce to filming at night with the Insta360 X4. Now, the Insta360 X4 is on sale at the moment. So Christmas sales, I think Black Friday just happened, and it's at a really good price. I think it's about 15% off. Now, my face looks orange here because the lights behind me are completely orange, right? So that's natural. See how nice I look here? And I look very normal and natural when I'm walking past these lights. And in fact, we have a few more here. This is why I actually get Oscar's haircut. He loves it in there. So yeah, if you do have any questions, any comments about this video or how to set low light settings, then just drop them down below. I'll make sure to get back to you. And if you do like my video, give me a like. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you do. And obviously, ring that bell. Now, one thing I'm going to do for the very end of this video is I'm going to stop filming and I'm going to turn on auto, so fully auto mode, so you can have a look at how it looks like compared to my mode. Now, here it is pretty much pitch black, so let me just walk up to some lights. I mean, it's difficult to expect a camera like the Insta360 X4 with two very small sensors, which are very capable during daytime, to be good at nighttime. Small sensors don't do too well at nighttime. Right, let's do full auto. Right, editing Phil here. So I've just been looking at the footage, and I was filming at ISO 1250, and I got to tell you, it actually doesn't look bad. One thing that is very important is that if you're on the app or in the desktop application, do not press color plus. Don't turn it on, because if you do, it kind of increases the contrast and everything gets a little bit blotchy and noisy. If you keep that off, I export it in ProRes, edit in Final Cut, it looks actually pretty good. It actually looks a lot better than I expected. When you do turn it on auto, which you're going to see in a second, you're going to notice that the lights are very jittery, very blurry, and that's mainly because if you turn it to auto, it's going to put that shutter speed all the way down to maybe 1/25. You know, it's going to really put it down. At 1/25, the electronic image stabilization will fall apart because it needs a high shutter speed for it to work properly. Yeah, so make sure, if you want those lights to not flicker, just to be really still like you saw in the first part of the video on my settings, set it up just like I've shown you. But let's have a look at the auto settings, fully auto, so you can have an idea of what it looks like without my settings on, and just letting it go on fully auto. It doesn't have like the Insta360 Ace Pro 2 mode, low light, where it really does a good job holding those lights. So like I said, you got to set it yourself to 1/100 and then you'll be fine. Anyway, let's check out the auto settings. So now we are on full auto, and I can see it is bright as hell. In fact, that sky does not look that bright. I do not look this bright, so if it's looking any bit unnatural, then that's why. I mean, I can see literally into the dark at the moment, and that might be fine, but I'm pretty sure the noise is through the roof. Now, one other thing that you obviously will need if you are on auto and you do like this look is a selfie stick. In fact, if you don't have a selfie stick, your camera's going to be doing this and it's going to be moving around a lot more. But with a selfie stick, you can hold it a lot smoother out in front of you and get a much smoother picture. But like I said, the noise is going to go through the roof. As I can see right now, the sky is just dancing with dots. Anyway, catch you guys on the next one.